So, welcome to the second chapter, which we are going to discuss in IMC planning model. So, last class we have discussed what is integrated marketing communication, how positioning is been done, segmentation is done. Okay, we have already seen that. So, in today's class, we will see how IMC planning is done and how we can do some process or planning process of the IMC. Okay. So first of all, let's begin with. So IMC plan requires an analysis of three C's, which are first is customer, competitors, and communication. So we all know that uh, cus- customers, okay, first customers. So every product or service meets the needs of a set of customers, which for whom we are making a product. Okay, then obviously we have competitor for the same product. And then the most important part is the communication, how we are going to communicate with the customers. So this all talk about the analysis of the company's context by examining communication constitute the third step. Okay. So this is the third aspect of these three C's. Okay. Customer, competitors, and communication part. So next, if you see one by one what it actually has. So when it comes to the customers analysis, so we always look for current customers. This is the best way because we are already having them. So we can easily tap them. We can engage them very easily. Okay. So this group is easy to study and will be current customers. However, the other three groups are equal, if not greater importance. We have customers, so we have to engage them or else someone will engage them. Next is former customers. We have to give some discounts, get back them to the our plus business or bringing back them to our own product which are offering. So marketer seeks out customers who no longer purchase the company's products, understanding why they defect may reveal valuable information, why they have left our product services. Okay, so by listening them, we can improve the services or products which are having. Next is potential new customers. Obviously, we have to look for new customers, what their requirement is, what value they are looking for. So we can tap them. We can form some what you call integrated marketing communication strategy. And last one is the competitors customers. This we have to analyze. We should know what they are getting from our competitors. So through which we can work and we can tap those competitor customers and we can bring them back to our products. That is all about the customer analysis. Now coming to the competitors analysis, here we have to go with the two things, that is primary research and secondary research, and what others say about the competition also. Okay, primary research, you all know how we do this. Okay, and next is the secondary research. We have to go what others talk about that companies or competitors information. Primary will be done by us only. We will get some data from them, what the competitors are doing, and we can plan according to that. And next is what others say about the product. Okay, so the competition between the two firms. Okay, so what it talks is marketers often read trade journals. Okay, you can have some technical guruji nowadays. You can get some tech mantra, tech gurus. All these are there in YouTube also, say magazine also, journal also. So what they talk about us, about the competition between the two firms. So that can be generated through competitor analysis. That is what others say about the competition. But the third thing comes is the communication analysis. So here, an analysis of the company's context by examining all communications. Okay, all communication that we have already discussed, which made tools we are using, because integrated is all about using all the channels of advertising and promotion uh, for marketing purpose. Next is current communications in all levels and channels that we have to analyze. Okay, we can come to know where engagement is more and which is giving more effective way. Proceeding to the further, that is target market segmentation. So segmentation we have already studied in our last classes. So what is talk about? We all know consists of set of business groups or individual customers, distinct characteristics. So okay, we have to evaluate in targeting the market segment. We have to understand. It's a process of consisting and identifying specific consumers and business group based on their needs, attitudes, and interest to target them. Okay. So first, what we do, we have to do the segment. So segmentation we have to do. Okay, we have to understand the needs and attitudes and interest of the both the side, the consumer also, the business group also. Okay, so we can target them properly. So how we do the market segmentation by consumer groups? Okay, so here we use approaches, and first we use demographic approaches. Okay, population characteristics, you all know this. Psychographics, so reveal people's activities, interests, and opinions. That is the psychology of the people. And next is the generations, relies on common experience, events, bonding people of the same age. Next is geographical area. Okay, especially which places they belong. Geodemographics, benefits basis segmentation, and usage basis. If you see the demographic, we do it on the gender basis. Okay, then age basis, children, young adults, middle age, and seniors, often pairs. Okay, then education or income basis we do. Okay, luxury items, sundry items. Okay, we have all the type of item, income people, rich people or poor people or middle class people, how we have to plan for them. Okay, for example, if you see the vacation restaurant meals, if you're planning, and there are certain hotels which are from the middle class and there are some for rich class also. Okay, ethnicity. Okay, that also falls under the demographic this segmentation basis. Okay, if you see this, diversity within the US and other countries require adaptation of marketing messages to different cultures to highlight similarities and difference between different races. When it comes to India, you can easily observe 20 more than it's like 28 states we have, and all states are like different culture holds. So how India does is using the north, south, west, and east. The marketing people has to be very careful when they are targeting through ethnicity. If you're targeting South India, obviously most of the things are similar. You can go for it. Psychographic. So here comes the VALS psychographic. Okay, here comes the innovators, sophisticated, successful, and cultivated tastes. So that is called VALS. Okay, next comes the thinkers. So these all are educated, practical, value, knowledge, responsibility, and value. You all fall into this. Achievers, goal oriented, committed to career and family like success. Okay, then experiences, and impulsive, want excitement, spend lot of fashion, entertainment, and socializing. Okay, some of you are like this in this matter. Believers, conservative, tradition, family, religion, community, American made products, or you can say Indian made products. Okay, especially Indian made. So that are believers, made in India. Strivers, trendy, concerned, other approval. Makers, self sufficient, respect authority, unimpressed by material possessions. Survivors, they all look for safety, security, focus on its brand loyal, like discounts. So these are on the basis of psychographic segmentation. Generations wise, millennials. Okay, you all know this, you have already studied this. Millennials on clothes, cars, college, TV, stereos, live, home, dome, apartment. Generation X, family or kids on food, home, transportation, personal services. Then comes the younger boomers. Okay, they all with family or home on mortgage and pets and toys. Older boomers on upgrading home, ensure education and independence for kids and luxury items. Seniors, fixed income they want on healthcare and medical. So this, especially this is used for most of the time. You can say LIC and all. We have seen this, how they use for this particular millennials, they have products, Generation X, they have products, younger boomers, they have products, older boomers, they have products, and seniors also, they have products. Moving further, if you see the geographic area, geo-targeting, we say, marketing appeals made to people in geographic area or region wise. So in this, we say geo-demographic, okay, potential customer using info on demographic, geographic, and psychographic segmentation. Some what you call segmentation is on the basis of benefit segmentation, which focuses on advantages consumer gain from a product rather than the consumer characteristics. That is a benefit which a consumer is looking from the products and services. Usage segmentation, which examines the group based on usage or purchase, including the company's best customers or heavy consumers, average users, casual consumers, and non-users. So on the basis of also you can go for segmentation. Heavy users, you can do good discounts. Average users, yes, okay, little bit. Casual consumers, sometimes they come, sometimes they go. Non-users, you can to catch them, you can use some what you call communication strategies. Now comes the business to business segmentation. Here it is totally different. So because business to business is totally different from the business to consumers. Okay. So here, if you see the first one is industry. We use some codes, size of the businesses, how big it is. Then we see the geographic location where those industries are belongs to, product usage, good or service in use such as financial, transportation, shipping. Okay, then comes customer value. These all things comes to the business to business segmentation part. Moving further, the product positioning. This is the positioning. Targeting is market segmentation. Now we are going to the position the product. So what is talk about? It's talk about a summary of the perception in a consumer mind of the essence of a company's and its products in relation to competitors. What do you think? How pursue the brand? That is all talk about the positioning. Okay. So if you see this positioning is between your customer's ears, the perception created in the consumer's mind regarding the nature of a company and its product relative to the competition. If I talk about Royal Enfield, what comes to your mind? If I talk about Yamaha bikes, what comes to your mind? If I talk about Scooty Pep, how perception comes to you? Okay, if I talk about Cadbury, that is again different perception. If I talk about again Milky Bar, if I talk about Perk, if I talk about Munch, every perception is different over there. Next, two elements. Here we have to see how the product is pursued by the customers and the product standing related to the competition. If I put the two products in front of you, how you will compare which is the strong brand. Let's all talk about the positioning which you have in your mind and how the marketers have put the efforts. Approaches to product positioning. First of all, we all use some product attributes. Okay, you all know what is product attributes. Okay, it's all the characteristics or traits of the product. You can say the set the brand apart from other brands. If I talk about iPhone, it has its own product attribute. Okay. Competitors, yes, using competitors to establish position can be accomplished by contrasting the company's product against others. Okay, you can use this also. Tide, you know how they use it, and some of the soap, you have seen the advertisement. Next is use or application. So here, positioning that involves creating a memorable set of uses for a product emphasizes the use of application approaches. Okay, you can see this. You can have an example of Vodafone also. Okay, you remember so many things. How you can connect the old age people wherever you go. You can connect with the people there. Okay. Next, price and quality relationship. Yes, more the price, more the quality perception. Less the price, less quality perception. Always there with the mind. Product user. Okay. Product user is all about another positioning strategy, which distinguishes a brand or product by specifying who might use it. Okay. Who are the actual people who can use this particular product? So users. Next is the cultural symbol. You all know how this there are some shirts, okay, and panchagalu, you can say in Kannada. There are some lungis, how especially they are as in cultural symbol. Rajasthani symbol, Gujarati symbol, Karnataka, Maharashtra. These are uses to the positioning strategy for cultural symbol also. Establishing marketing communication objective. This is the second step we come through. So here promotional opportunity analysis we do. Okay. And we go for objectives for the marketing communication are identified. Why we are communicating, we have to define the objectives. Communication objective help account access and advertising creative to design effective message. So anything we are doing, we have certain objectives. So same thing happens with the marketing communication. What is the reason behind communication? That has to be understood. So these are some a communication plan is usually geared towards a single objectives, but it is possible for a program to accomplish multiple objectives. With one, you can communicate or you can fulfill two objectives of the organization. So what are the communication objectives that a firm may wishes to pursue? This can be a question. Okay, if you're having a business, if you decided a business, so you have to think first what objective you are having and for what reason you are communicating to the people. So marketing communication objectives. So marketing objectives tend to be general because they are for an entire company. So some examples of marketing objectives like sales volume, you have to increase, you all know how much important it is. Market share, so how much market share, we have to always increase the market share out of 100%, how much is 40, 50, 60. Profits, yes, matters a lot. Return on investment. So these are the basic, what you call general objectives where marketing company or any company organization looks for when they are communicating to the using some communication or promotional strategies. So common communication objective, if you see here, so develop brand awareness, increase category demand, change customer belief or attitude, enhance purchase actions, encourage repeat purchase, build customer traffic, enhance firm image, increase market share, increase sales, reinforce purchase and all. Okay. So these all you have seen it. If you talk about some examples, brand awareness, you all know Coca-Cola, they always go for this. Okay. Increase category demand, there are products which are having category different change customer beliefs or attitude. For example, James, what James has its own humorless. Okay, they talk about humorless. They don't target only kids, they are even targeting the what you call elders also. Okay, be humorless. Establishing a communication budget. Yes, this is again the next important aspect because you have to decide how much you are ready to spend. You have decided the channel, but every channel costs some amount for it. So budgets are based on communication objectives as well as marketing objectives. So the communication budget differ between the consumer markets and B2B markets. So managers are often under the impression that there is a direct relationship between expenditure in advertising, communication, and subsequent sales revenue. So you have to use the proper medium so it will be effective. So it can give you return on investment also. And you have to choose the better communication methods. So coming to the establishing a communication budget. So here the final two steps in IMC planning process include preparing a communication budget and selecting the IMC component to be utilized. So if you see that there are some period or schedule what we do and how the spending has to be done for a particular year. So here if you see there are some aspects when we are going to considering the following: threshold effect, diminishing return, carryover effect, then comes the decay effect. Okay, then comes the random events. So if you see here, so the goal of the promotion, okay, knowledge, liking, preference, conviction. Threshold effects, it takes time for sale to take off. Okay, that is threshold effect. Carryover effect, you can say Coca-Cola continuously going on. Wear out effect, become old and boring to outright annoying. Okay, it's very old, now we are not interested. Next, decay effect. With the time, people forget out of sight and out of the mind. They don't remember the product. Random events, you can see 9/11. Okay, you know this what happens on 9/11 also. So these are some communication budgets you can go through. Okay, so these are the different methods they use. Okay. Now, types of budgets which company can go with: percentage of sales method, meet the competition method, what we can afford method. Okay, then objectives and task method, payout planning, quantitative models. So these are the different types of budget we do in IMC planning process. Now, if you see the percentage sales method, it's all talk about the sales from the previous year. Now, anticipated sale for the next year. That is talk about the percentage of sales method. Beat the competition method. It all talk about matching the competition spending. Okay, may not spent efficiently, not how much is spent, but rather how well the money is allocated to the different channels. What we can afford method. So after allocating all the budget management, think whatever they can afford it. Depends on budget. So normally if the management have no idea about importance of marketing, okay, so smaller companies with limited finance always go with this approach because they are initially coming into the market, so they cannot afford a huge amount on the budget, so they go for what we can afford. How much they can afford, they will go. But nowadays it is very good, and you can go through is the digital media that we have been studying, because it gives much options for the smaller businesses also, so they can market their services and products. Next, objective and task method. So preparing all the objectives and calculate the cost of accomplishing each objectives. Through its time consuming, but can be effective totally on the basis of what objectives we have decided. Payout planning, ratio of advertising to sales bar market share. Okay. So companies start by spending more, then slowly narrow it down once people get over the threshold level. Threshold is initial. People don't know. It will take a huge time. For that reason, for positioning, you have to do continuously marketing. Once they came to know and everything is fit, then you can reduce your sales, budget, the promotion budget. Quantitative models. So computer simulation may be developed to model the relationship between advertising with sales and profits. So these are far from the perfect one. So these are the types of budgets we do. Now coming to the budgeting expenditure. A budget is finalized when the company has specified how funds will be spent on each of the major communication tools. Media advertising, we are spending 25%, trade promotions, 50%, consumer promotion, 25%. It depends. Okay, it can be changed. Depends on the objectives which the organization are having and what budget level they are having with it. So these figures vary by industry. Consumer products spend more on trade promotions. Okay, you all aware about it, and you all also like the trade promotions. The services spend more money on media advertising. Okay, because services are different part and products are different parts. Trade promotions can be happen only more for the consumer products, but when it comes to services, you have to spend more on media advertising. So this was related to today's class. So if you have any doubts, you can ask.